Here we are with the 2025 Jeep Gladiator 3.6 litre V6. Ashrat, how are you feeling?
Well, it's a very nice thing to drive. It's imposing, first of all. I mean, I'm looking down the bonnet. I can see the massive bonnet. I can see the air vents.
Yeah.
Makes me feel like, maybe even a smaller Hummer for that matter. Because then again, this is a Jeep and it's an all-American vehicle.
Yes.
Yeah, it's big, it's brash, it's bold. And for those who didn't know, the Gladiator is basically the pickup truck variant of the Wrangler. So everything forward of the rear seats is more or less Wrangler.
Yes.
I mean, even if you look at the rear doors, they have the cutouts in them where a rear wheel arch should be, even though this doesn't have rear wheel arches that intrude into the doors, simply because they are the similar doors to what's used on the Wrangler.
Exactly.
So the cabin and all is very similar to Wrangler, probably even the same. Need to check that out on a 2025 Wrangler, but otherwise, yeah, it's a very, you feel very substantial when you're driving this.
That is true, Ashrak. Even I feel quite safe in here. It feels like a very sturdy cockpit, and I really like the neat styling of the interior. So Ashrak was, flooring it a bit over there.
That wasn't actually a flooring, Mahin. That was
really?
about 50% throttle. So I've got to say the gearbox in this thing is very eager to, shift down and make use of all that power.
Yeah, true. Ashrak, what I also like about this vehicle is that it's obviously very rugged, and you feel it also in the interior, especially with these touch controls or rather the buttons, physical buttons that we have here. We do have a touch screen over here, but it's always nice, Ashrak, to have some physical buttons.
That is true, and I'm really happy that the AC at least and the main media controls are physical buttons. And even behind the steering wheel, there are little buttons here which I can use, like for example the media volume and the media selection keys are not on the steering wheel front here but behind, where you'd usually find paddle shifters, but you don't get paddle shifters simply because they wouldn't make sense in a vehicle like this. You're not going to be driving it like a racing vehicle or whatever, and you don't need that sporty feel per se. It's an off-roader. So I can still shift gears manually with the gear shifter here. If I just do that and slide it into the manual quadrant, I'm in manual mode now. I've got first gear, second gear, third gear, like that I can go. I think this is an 8-speed box if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
But otherwise, most of the time you just keep it in auto because this is a very, very imposing vehicle, and certainly it's something that is being noticed on the roads.
Correct.
And, well, this is a Rubicon trim level. I noticed that all the vehicles that we saw at Demo were Rubicon trim ones.
Right, yes.
Rubicon is a famous off-road trail, I believe, called the Rubicon Trail in the US. And yes, this is a very American vehicle, so there's a lot of American references to it here.
Yes.
And there's a very ardent Jeep fraternity in Sri Lanka too. Agreed,
Ashrak.
And we have seen that the Jeep Club of Sri Lanka does quite a few off-road excursions in these machines. So now with this new lot of Gladiators that Demo has brought down, I think we saw some lovely colors.
Exactly what I wanted to mention, Ashrak. The hot red though, I really love that.
Yeah, that red was quite something, wasn't it, Mahen?
It was, Ashrak.
The red
is important for all of us to be safe. So rear seat belts are now mandated by law.
From the 1st of August. Today is the 1st of August that we are recording this video.
Yes.
Rear seat belts on highways for all passengers are mandated on expressways.
Yeah.
I do hope that extends into the normal driving as well in due course, because it's simply a safer thing to do.
Correct.
And I also hope that car seats for children does. We are going to do a video about that in the future.
Yes.
But in the meantime, speaking of car seats, Mahen, when I was just ferreting around in the back there seeing what's offered, you have ISOFIX mountings for 2 car seats.
Right.
So even though you can mount a car seat without an ISOFIX mounting using just the seat belt in most cases, the ISOFIX mounting gives you a more secure way of attaching your precious child's car seat to your rear seats. Mahen, the average size of an American family is 2 basically. 2.1 something, but you're not going to have 0.1 child, right?
Correct. Now going
there.
Yes. And we're going straight. So Ashrak, the other thing that I wanted to bring up was that these roof segments are retractable, or we can remove them physically. No power control is going to do that for you. You have to use your own power. And even the doors, Ashrak. So interestingly, we noticed how the wiring also has been neatly tucked away, so that when the door is removed, you don't have to worry too much about things not working, etc.
Precisely, Mahen. And that was also a reason why we pondered, and we realized the reason why the power window switches are all up front in the center console there, and at the rear the power window switches are in the rear console. So that's, I suppose, to make the doors as electrically simple as possible, because I mean there are no speakers in these doors either, Mahen. All the speakers are within the cabin, and we've got some nice ones up there as well.
Yeah, amazing.
And a little fun fact today, I'm doing the fun fact, although Mahen is welcome to do as well.
Yes.
The Jeep Wrangler / Gladiator is one of just 3 vehicles in the United States that offers the removable doors and removable roof value proposition. Out of those 3 vehicles, 2 are Jeeps. The other model that offers removable doors and roof is the Ford Bronco 6th generation, which is currently on sale there.
Yes.
So one of the most popular comparisons over there of very outdoorsy, fun to drive, open off-roaders is Wrangler versus Bronco.
Yes.
But we haven't seen any Broncos in Sri Lanka.
Not yet.
Not yet. So if you want your open-topped, open removed doors fix, the Wrangler or the Gladiator are your main,
options to select from,
for that.
For now at least.
For now at least. And I got to say, I mean, it's a fun feature. You might probably use it a handful of times while you own the vehicle, but nevertheless, it's a nice feature, right, Mahen? I mean,
agreed.
Imagine a Sunday drive around Colombo, never mind off-road.
I would love that.
Colombo.
I would love that. And the fact that you have to do this physically by yourself or with the help, of course, of your family or friends, it makes it also a nice activity, right?
It does. It really does, because, you're engaging in something physical. Now we are in Panchikawat, Mahen, and it's even though it's a Saturday, it's still a bit chaotic.
So for viewers watching from all around the world, Panchikawat is known for having any auto part that you would need, and they will kind of figure something out if your vehicle is broken. Not the most safe place to park your car and go.
Exactly, because you might find a part removed from it and then you might be able to buy that very part back. It has been known to happen. That's why usually top tip, if I'm ever coming to Panchikawat, I park my car somewhere else and use a taxi or the bus. So we've got Mr. Mahen Makalandha behind the wheel of the Jeep Gladiator.
Yes.
And it is pretty big, isn't it, Mahen?
It is, Ashok. Little intimidating sometimes.
Is this the biggest vehicle you've driven so far?
Possibly.
It's definitely bigger than most of the other pickup trucks we've figured, for sure.
It's really long, especially with the extended tub behind, Ashok.
Yeah, I noticed that.
I was struggling to get it through this, Alto that was here, and there was another BMW. I was struggling because, these tires, I mean, the fender flares really jut out, right?
Yeah,
I mean, I'm not used to drive. I've never driven a Jeep before, so this is the first time I'm driving a Jeep.
Actually, neither have I.
So yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah.
So then I think you need to get used to the fact that you see a particular part of the bonnet, but that's not where the car ends, right?
Exactly.
It's the tires jut out,
and also the part of the bonnet we see is actually narrowing down. So
exactly.
When you look in the rearview mirror, then you realize how broad this thing actually is. I mean,
yes.
How was that, Mahen? I mean, I got to say, the engine note is quite nice, isn't it?
Yes, and it's super tall, Ashok. I think it can handle any off-roading track. Of course, it's a 4-wheel drive, and it has a cult following everywhere in the world, especially in the US. I mean, they take these vehicles to the next level. I mean, already...
I'm just going to interrupt you here, Mahen. Go straight from here, because the road behind Temple Trees has some cobblestones, and I'm very keen to see how the ride pans out.
Yes. Can we go like this?
Yes, we can. It's a 2-way road.
Okay.
So, we are just entering the rear entrance of Temple Trees. That sounds wrong. But yes, we are on the cobblestones now, and this is a good way to test out suspension.
Very good, very good.
And it's doing a good showing as well, isn't it?
Very good, Ashok. I think we've driven a few other vehicles, and we have a kind friend Mangal in the back who tells us that the ride isn't bad at all. It's not what you can expect from a pickup truck usually, Ashok.
Yeah, I mean, we have been in a range of pickup trucks that kept us as cool as cucumbers and wanted to make us bring up the cucumbers we had for lunch. So, in both tokens, I think this is basically a family vehicle that won't have your family complaining.
Agreed, Ashok. And again, for recreation, a vehicle like this is amazing. And even in Sri Lanka, off-roading is now a proper thing, right? And like you mentioned previously in the video, we have so many enthusiasts, off-road enthusiasts in the country, and I think this is an opportunity for those enthusiasts to own a brand new 3.6 litre V6 vehicle for quite a decent rate, I would say, especially since this gets categorized as a pickup
truck.
You
Exactly.
know, the tax structure is such that, you know, this has that benefit. So considering what's there in the market and what this vehicle has to offer for a brand new vehicle, Ashok, I think it's something to definitely consider.
Yeah, we will, reconfirm the price once
Yes.
again with our good friends at Demo and put a call out in the video at
Yes.
this segment of it.
Yes.
But yeah, you've also got the backing of Demo, right,
Correct.
Mahin? So, that's a fairly formidable name to have backing of, especially when Mercedes-Benz is also handled by them in Sri Lanka.
Yes.
So, in that sense, I think, yeah, this makes a lot of sense. And you've got a lot of off-road gear as well. I'm just,
Yes.
now that I'm in the passenger seat, I'm just looking around a bit more.
Yeah.
I'm noticing we've got front and rear diff locks. We've got, you can deactivate the sway bars for more wheel articulation.
Yes.
And you've got these 4 auxiliary switches down
Yes.
there. And the purpose of those is basically, say you want to install a light bar or winch or something.
Yeah.
You can just install it and then hook it straight up to those switches. You don't need to be like fumbling and finding a place to drill a hole on the dashboard to put a switch for your little light bar or your compressor or winch or whatever you like.
Exactly.
Jeep has given you 4 switches for
Yeah,
that.
very thoughtful. And also the rear window, Ashok, that you
Oh, yes.
pointed out before.
You saw that little, our
Yes.
little spooky. But yeah, the purpose of that is so that when you're carrying something really long, like a load of lumber or something, we don't do that in Sri Lanka. We'll call like a
Yeah,
pick-me
another
taxi,
vehicle.
or we'll even get a tuk-tuk to
Yeah.
put it on their roof and go dangerously.
Yes.
But you can carry things longer than the 5-foot pickup truck bed in this vehicle by using that little
Yes.
pass-through window over there.
Ashok, there's another fun fact. I know you're
Oh,
not
go
the
for
only
it.
one, right? So, if you put down the rear seat behind the driver's seat,
Ooh, yes.
you know,
There's a
especially when you
tasty
want to go
surprise
out, you have a nice speaker that you can pull
So,
out.
you know, it's an Alpine.
It's an Alpine speaker. So, Ashok, so let's just imagine you go to some kind of scenic location and you take your doors off and the top off. Sounds wrong. But, you know, you have a big tub in the back and you can chill out there with your music. And you have
Exactly.
essentially a portable speaker built into this vehicle. How cool is that?
That is pretty neat, and Jeep is known for being outdoorsy, of course. So,
Yes.
yeah, in that sense, it makes a lot of sense to have your tunes around you.
Agreed, Ashok.
And building on that point, I think the sound system, the main sound system of the vehicle is also Alpine.
Right. We listened to it before. I think it was quite good.
It was very
And,
balanced, you have to say.
Yeah.
It was very balanced, very pleasant, and overall, Jeep has done a very good job with this vehicle, I have to say.
Personally, I like how rugged it feels in terms of styling and in terms of how it drives. And overall, Ashok, it's always nice to have physical buttons.
A physical gear lever, a
yeah.
physical handbrake.
Yeah.
And I think, Mahin, also the fact that you have to slam the doors to close them says a lot
Correct.
about the
And
vehicle.
opening the doors also is very nice. Traditional handles, and I'm going to flow it back down.
Independence
Independent
Avenue.
stretch. And the dash, the meter cluster, I must say, is beautiful. It's got a lot of depth to it. That's my favorite. Even in watches, I love watches. That's what I look for, depth. And it's got depth.
This vehicle has got the 3.6 litre V6 is, I believe, called the Pentastar. It's a Chrysler engine.
Right.
Because FCA Jeep is owned Chrysler Stellantis now.
Yes.
And if I'm not mistaken, that 3.6 litre Chrysler V6 was also used in the Dodge Challenger, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
So yeah, and it's used in several other Fiat Chrysler Corporation products including cars. So yes, you've got a 3.6 litre V6 from here that is actually quite a sporty engine, and maybe that's why it sounds so good, doesn't it, Mahen?
Exactly, Ashok. It's quite unassuming for a vehicle of this stature, I would say.
It is. It's incredibly unassuming, and
Yes.
then when you put your foot down,
Yes.
and you've got that lovely engine note.
Yes.
And it just really picks up and goes.
Agreed, Ashok, agreed. And so we're coming to the end of our video today. A big thank you to our friends at Demo, Taranga and Nadun and everyone else who helped us with this review.
And Mangala for accompanying us with the vehicle
Exactly.
as well right there.
Exactly. And yeah, so it's been a lovely day, Ashok. I wish we could have this vehicle all day, especially.
Yeah, I would have liked to take it a bit off-road, but then again, maybe that we'll do with, we'll find a
We'll have a
registered
separate
vehicle.
segment for that.
Yep,
What do
should.
you think?
Yeah,
Can
because
get
the Jeep
all
Club-
colors.
Yeah, and we can maybe even hook it up with the Jeep Club because
Exactly.
the Jeep Club is there.
Exactly. So that's future content for you. And Ashok, what are our viewers supposed to do?
Hit the subscribe button. Hit it
Yes.
like you mean it.
Oh, that's a good one. hit it like it's hot.
Okay, then take care and have a good day.
Have a good
before we
one.
go off the rails.
Yeah.